Okay. Uh, I think we completed this part in the last class. We completed this area, the first part. In case of domestic company, I've told you that if the turnover doesn't crosses 400 crores, then the rate of tax is 25%. And in other cases, that means where the rate of where the gross receipt crosses 400 crores, then it will be 30%. I think we didn't started with the foreign companies. You can just write, you can just change the paragraph and you can write like in case of foreign companies, the tax rate applicable is 40%. Okay, and this thing I think I've already specified to you that in case of domestic company, what is the rate of surcharge? More than 10 crores income, 12%, 1 crore to 10 crore, 7%, and below 1 crore, nil. That means the surcharge is applicable only if the total income exceeds 1 crore. That was completed in case of domestic company. Now in case of foreign company, we know that tax rate is 40% and the surcharge is bit lower than the domestic companies, because foreign companies have to be given certain advantage to operate in India, and therefore their tax rates are their surcharge rates are lesser than the domestic companies. This surcharge rates are, if the income is above 10 crores, 5%, between 1 crore to 10 crore, 2%, and above below 1 crore, it's nil. Okay. You just write in your copy, change the para and write point 2 in case of foreign company. Under that you write the tax rate applicable for foreign company is 40%. 40% of taxable income. Full stop. Change the para and write uh, the surcharge applicable on foreign companies are as follows. Below this, just write below that, just write if total income is below 1 crore, the surcharge rate is 0. Whereas whereas if total income whereas if total income lies between 1 crore to 10 crore, then then the rate of tax shall be 2% of tax liability. Full stop. In case if if total income exceeds 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 10 crore, then the rate of surcharge shall be 5%. Full stop. Okay, now we'll start with the next important area, because we uh, we are here to compute the total taxable income, and for that we require some important points. Okay, today we'll be starting with this area of module 1. It's very important uh, for this semester and for corporate tax planning. If you are planning for finding the tax liability of a corporate company, in that case, these provisions of section 115 is very important for us. So first of all, we'll start with a fresh page. Just write the heading MAT. In bracket, write what we mean by the term MAT. It's minimum alternative tax. Now, as we can see that there are 2 or 3 different words in this part. Like they used the word minimum. Then they said it's alternative. Alternative what? Alternative tax. That means apart from what we are computing under
Hello,
the
sir.
normal, yeah,
Hello.
yeah,
Sir, Proshun is having some problem to join the group. I mean, no one
yeah,
can invite him either, and he cannot join it too.
yeah, I know. I think there is some issue with his registration and all. He has to clear
Okay.
that. Okay,
Okay,
just
okay,
ask
sir.
him whether he has cleared all his registration process or not.
Okay, sir. I'll ask him now. Thank you.
Okay, guys, we have started with this topic, Matt. As I told you that this topic comprises of 2 main words. The first is minimum and the second is alternative. Now, first of all, we need to understand that what minimum and what alternative means. First of all, by the term minimum, we means that the tax liability of a company can never be less than what we compute in this part, because this is the minimum amount that they need to deposit to the government. And what we mean by the term alternative, it means that there must have been 2 methods under which we are computing this tax system. One under normal tax system or normal process, how we calculate by applying the rates as we have seen just now, 25% or 30% with surcharge and cess. We compute a tax or tax liability of a company, and one that we compute under this method, because this is the second alternative tax that we need to compute. And now, as they use the word minimum, that means we must have to compare it with the tax liability that a company is getting under the normal provisions. And as we know taxation, can you just tell me that what amount the government will take from you, whether they will take the taxes as computed under normal method or the taxes that you have computed under MAT? What do you think? Which tax you have to pay? Ankit, you tell me. As per the normal understandings from taxation, what do you think? Which which of the two government will tell you to pay? Whether they will tell you to pay the taxes as computed under normal provisions, or they will tell you to pay this minimum tax that you have computed under MAT. I wanted to know your thought process, what you are thinking, and what you have learned from the taxation that we have done till now. Ankit,
Yes, sir.
tell me.
So I didn't get the question. Question means, sir, but if government will take normal tax, but this will depend on situation. No.
Suppose what you have done, till now, what you have studied PGBP, profits and gains from business or profession.
Yes, sir.
You have computed a tax liability as per the profit that you are getting from PGBP, or your gross total income that you have computed. You computed gross total income, you deducted your deductions under chapter 6A, then you got your net income, on which by applying the tax rates, that is either 25% or 30%, take, and adding surcharge and cess, you got a value. Suppose the value is suppose I've taken the value as 180 lakhs, or sorry 180,000, that is 1.8 lakhs. आपको ये normal provision में tax मिला. Then you started computing as per the provisions of MAT under section 115 JB. You have computed a minimum alternative tax, that is 120K. Now it cannot be a case now that you'll pay both the taxes to the government. You'll definitely tell
No, sir.
government that, sir, collect any one of these from me.
Yes, sir.
So what do you think? Which amount government will collect from you?
So government will take 180K because that's a higher tax amount.
Okay, that means you are saying that under the provisions of MAT, government will be taking the higher of normal tax that we have computed, or MAT that we have computed. That means the higher value of the two. Is it the case? You are saying that you have to pay higher of normal taxation that you have computed by using the normal provisions of income tax, or the taxes that you have computed under MAT.
So if it's taxes computed under MAT, then so government will. So but government, if they're taking taxes, government
Hmm.
will obviously want to take the higher amount of tax from us. No,
Yeah, yeah. That
because
I know. We have
the
already
high.
discussed this part. So,
Yes, sir.
what do you think that the provision should be like this, na, that you should pay a tax which is higher of normal taxation as computed under normal method, or taxes that we have got under MAT. This should be the provision, isn't it? आपको क्लियर हुई मेरी बात? मैं आपसे पूछ रहा हूँ कि मान लो अगर ऐसा प्रोविजन है तो गवर्नमेंट ने डेफिनेटली ये कहा होगा कि आपके नॉर्मल प्रोविजंस में जो टैक्सेस आने वाले हैं वो, या मैट के प्रोविजंस में जो टैक्स लाइबिलिटी आएगी वो, दोनों में से जो बड़ा होगा और जो हायर होगा आपको वही टैक्स बोलकर पे करना है गवर्नमेंट को.
Yes, sir.
ऐसा क्यों किया है गवर्नमेंट ने? गवर्नमेंट wanted to put a lower ceiling limit to the tax values. Suppose you are getting two values, like we got a value A and we got a value B. Both are higher than the normal provisions. So government will go for the higher value. But somehow, suppose your normal provisions or normal tax NT, that is normal tax, comes below this bar limit, then government will definitely try कि वो इस lower limit के साथ stick करे.
Yes, sir.
By introducing the provisions of MAT, what government has done, government ensured a minimum tax revenue from corporate world. They ensured that this should be the minimum amount of revenue that will be getting in the form of taxes from the companies.
Okay, sir.
Uh, this type of provision is also there in case of individual files. We call it as AMT, alternative minimum tax. The names are same, but they have made certain switching between the words, and they made two different concepts. One is minimum alternative tax that is applicable for companies, and other is alternative minimum tax that is applicable to other SSEs. Okay, so
Okay, sir.
we'll study this part. You just write in your copy the first part what I'm saying. You just write. Don't copy from this part. You just write. Likhna MAT stands for minimum alternative tax. Which was introduced by the Finance Act 1987. But later on it was withdrawn by Finance Act 1990 1990 and again reintroduced by Second Finance Act 1996. Full stop. Now, what actually happened in 1987 when government introduced MAT, the provisions of MAT, it had some loopholes and problems. Um, After applying it and after the companies followed it for around 1.5 years, they realized that certain defects were were there in the system. So to make it very simple and efficient, government withdrawn it and constructed a commission which looked into this matter for around 3 4 years. And after that, again in 1996, they reintroduced the concept of MAT. So now there can be two different type of questions from this area. First, when the MAT was introduced, it was first introduced in the year 1997. And if I ask you that which is the first assessment year when MAT was applicable, so what you will tell? What should be your answer? If it was introduced in 1987, then tell me which should be the first assessment year when this MAT was applicable. You first tell me a Finance Act 1987 is applicable for which previous year? Rahul,
1988, sir.
which one?
1988.
No, it was previous year 1987, 1988. In taxation, you know na that year starts from 1st April and
Yes,
ends on 31st March.
yes, yes, yes.
That means the year should be 1987, 1988. Then what should be the assessment year for which it was applicable first time?
1988, 1999.
1988, 1989.
89, sorry.
Okay, so this was the first assessment year when this act was applicable. And from 1997, it was continuously into effect. Now, first of all, we wanted to know, sir, why this? Matlab, we have so much of provisions in taxation, so much of workload in taxation, so much to remember, and again a new provision was introduced. Don't government believe that their normal tax systems are much efficient and they can carry they can carry on with it and they can collect taxes from companies? Actually, what was the objective behind introduction of this MAT? MAT was introduced just to bring the companies which are under zero tax bracket, although they are earning a huge or handsome dividend, but they are not paying any taxes to the government. So what government has done, government said, okay, as per the normal provisions, although you can be exempted from paying taxes, they are not actually exempted. Their incomes are taxable, but taxable at the rate 0%. So it's a type of benefit that certain company gets from government. So due to increasing number of this zero tax paying companies, MAT was introduced so that government can bring all these companies under the tax net of direct taxation. So you just change the para and just write this. Likha, MAT was introduced to bring the zero tax paying companies under the tax net of direct taxation. Full stop. These companies in spite of having huge book profits and dividends, do not pay any tax due to various tax concessions and incentives provided under income tax law. Full stop. Therefore, after making several changes, MAT was introduced by inserting section 115 JB under Income Tax Act.
Excuse me, sir.
हाँ बोलो.
The person has already completed his registration, sir.
What? Proshun?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just a minute. Rahul, I think उसका फी भी ड्यू था, वो हो गया क्लियर?
Yes, sir. उसी दिन कर दिया.
Okay. उसको बोलना उसका स्क्रीनशॉट मुझे भेज दे. Tell him he can join now. Okay. Okay, just continue. What I said. कहाँ तक लिखा था हमने, एक बार बताओ मुझे.
Therefore, after making several changes, MAT was introduced by inserting section 115JB under Income Tax Act.
Okay. Okay, just write, just continue. Full stop. Change the para again and write. Right. As per the concept of MAT, the tax liability of a company will be higher of point number A, right? Tax liability as computed under normal provisions of income tax. Tax liability as computed under normal provisions of income tax. Put a semicolon. Right, or point B, tax computed at the rate 15% on book profit. It was previously 18.5%, now has been changed to 15%. This is irrespective of surcharge and cess. You have to add surcharge and cess above this. That means whatever surcharge is applicable, whether it's 12%, 7%, 2%, 5%, you have to check and you have to add that to this tax rate, and 4% of cess, that is health and education cess, you have to add it. So finally you will be getting somewhere around 16 or 18% of tax that needs to be paid under MAT. The flat rate tax rate is 15%, excluding surcharge and cess. You have to add surcharge and cess extra, because surcharge rates varies from companies to company and depending upon the total income that a company is earning. So that's why we have not added that to this tax rate. This is excluding surcharge and cess. Okay. Now just see. Have you written this? We'll see illustration number 1 as an example now. Under illustration number 1, you can see that the question says the taxable income of Exim Minerals Private Limited. It's a company uh, computed as per the provisions of Income Tax Act is 8,40,000. It means that your tax liability under the normal provisions is how much? It's 8,40,000. Now they have informed you that the book profit of the company under section 115 JB is 18,40,000. This is not the tax. You have to find tax under MAT from this. You need to find that what is the tax liability under 115 JB. Okay. So for that, what we need to do, we need to calculate 15% of this. Okay. What we need to do, we need to calculate 15% of 18,40,000. Okay. And we don't know from this part that what was the total income. And as you can see, if we take this book profit as a total income, it's below 1 crore. Therefore, no surcharge. But we have to add 4% as cess. Just tell me what is the value under this part. Okay, we are getting here as 2,87,040. Okay, now tell me, if you will be the government, what you wanted to collect from this company? Whether you will collect 8,40,000 or 2,87,040 rupees. Tell me. Just see how to write. Just write heading calculation of minimum alternative tax under section 115 JB. Okay. Now, below this will write as per the provision of 115 JB, tax liability shall be higher of what? A, tax as computed under normal provision of IT Act, that is Income Tax Act. This value is 8,40,000. Point B, tax as computed under 115 JB, and this value is coming to 2,87,040. Okay, therefore the final tax payable will be equal to higher of the two. Okay, is it clear that how we computed this? Clear, guys? Ankit, is it clear that how we computed this? Huh?
I'm
Hello.
trying to comprehend. Yes.
Hey, have you understood that how we computed this? Anyone
Yes,
having
sir.
any?
And
Okay, just write this question. This will be your homework. In this question, just remember they said ignore cess and surcharge. So don't we don't have to bother ourselves regarding the surcharge that is applicable or the cess that is the 4% part. You can ignore that. You can use the direct rate of 15% and the the tax as computed in the normal provision. Just see this time they said okay, I made a mistake. Here they said the total the taxable income was 8,40,000. So we need to make some changes. This should be like equal to 25%, 2,10,000. The answer would have been 2,87,040. How I did this? ध्यान से देखिए they have given you the taxable income of this company was under the normal provision 8,40,000. So we need to calculate the tax on this income. As we can see that it's an Indian company because nothing was specified in the question. You can assume, we can make an assumption, write a note here. Is an Indian domestic company. Okay. So they have given us that what is the rate. We know that what will be the rate that will be applicable on this. That will be applicable on this. Guys, just wait a minute. Okay. So you have seen that sometimes mistakes can be made if we don't study the question properly. So in illustration number 2, the same thing happened. They again told you that it's a taxable income of SM Energies. Under the normal provision, the taxable income is 28,40,000. So you have to compute that, you have to decide or you have to assume that what type of company it is and what should be the rate of tax, whether it should be 25% or 30%. And then they told you that the book profit is 18,40,000. Now you have to again compute that what should be its tax under 115 JB. That is 15% of this. You have to compute. You have to compare that 15% wala part and the tax that you get under normal provision. That is 25% or 30% of 28,40,000. The higher of the two shall be considered as the tax liability of the company. Clear? Guys, please respond. Okay, don't tell after the class ends that you didn't understand, because in the class I've seen that many of the students, they just switch on their classes in their room around their home or outside. Okay, so don't ask me later on that, sir, how we have done this. It's a request.
So in the
Okay.
question it said that ignore cess and surcharge, right?
Yeah, that means वो जो 15 हमने 12%, 7%, 2%, 5% देखा था ना surcharge. If the total income is between मतलब above 1 crore but doesn't exceed 10 crore, तो क्या होता है? ठीक है, above 10 crore क्या होता है? हमने वो जो रेट्स देखे हैं वो एप्लीकेबल नहीं होंगे इस पे. इसका मतलब आप फ्लैट रेट पे यूज कर सकते हैं.
Sir,
आप
तो
यहाँ
हम
पे
लोग
इस अमाउंट का 20 या 30% कोई एक एंड इसका 15% यूज करोगे. इसके ऊपर टैक्स क्या एप्लीकेबल होगा?
4% ऐड किया है सेस. What is that then?
सेस जो हमने ऐड किया था, मैंने आपको बताया था लास्ट क्लास में भी दैट what government do, government tells that the person who are eligible to pay taxes, ठीक है, they need to pay certain extra tax, and that extra tax is known as cess. This cess is actually collected by government. I've already told you in the last sessions, in your last semester, that this extra tax that government collects is used by government for running government hospitals and government owned institutes. Okay, therefore they are taking health and education cess so that they can maintain health as well as education for the poor citizens of India.
No, sir. I'm saying that यहाँ पे question में बोला कि ignore cess, but we have added this 4% while
कहाँ
computing.
ऐड किया आपने?
यहाँ पे 15% into 1,84,000 plus 4%.
ऊपर वाले में, अच्छा ऊपर वाले में भी बोला था ना इग्नोर. मैंने देखा नहीं. आप इसे कट कर दो. सपोज दिस इज विथ सेस एंड सेस, ठीक है, तो आपके पास सेस है और सरचार्ज भी आपको चेक करना था, तो मैंने सेस ऐड करके दिखाया आपको बिकॉज आई वांटेड टू शो यू दैट हाउ सेस इज एडेड. ओके, और सरचार्ज इसलिए नहीं लिखा बिकॉज द टैक्सेबल इनकम इज बिलो 1 crore. यू सी, under normal provisions the taxable income is 8,40,000, that is below 1 crore. तो सेस का तो कॉन्सेप्ट ही नहीं आता. Okay, sorry, surcharge का तो कॉन्सेप्ट ही नहीं आता. In example 2 again you will see that the incomes are below 1 crore, तो surcharge तो ऐसे भी नहीं आएगा, and they said ignore cess, तो we ignored cess. ठीक है, मैं इसे amend कर दूंगा क्वेश्चंस को while I upload this. ठीक, so that I can remove that part, तो आपका क्वेश्चंस as per your solutions हो.
सर ये तो फॉरेन कंपनी के लिए आप बताए थे.
क्या चीज के बारे में?
सरचार्ज के बारे में जो आप
इंडियन कंपनी के बारे में भी मैंने बताया था कल आपको. मैंने आपको बताया था इंडियन कंपनीज पे एप्लीकेबल है 12% एंड 7%. इफ इनकम इज अबव 10 करोड़ 12%, फ्रॉम 1 करोड़ टू 10 करोड़ 7%. फॉरेन कंपनी के केस में ये रेट्स अलग होते हैं. फॉरेन कंपनीज के केस में इफ इनकम इज अबव 10 करोड़ देन 5%, and if income is between 1 crore to 10 crore then 2%. सरचार्ज के रेट्स अलग है फॉरेन कंपनी और इंडियन कंपनीज पे.
और सर 30% तभी लेंगे जब आपका 400
करोड़ से ज्यादा होगा. ठीक है, मैंने आपको बताया था 400 करोड़ से अगर ज्यादा नेट रिसीट या सेल हो तो हम 30% लेंगे, अदरवाइज 25%. क्लियर?
यस सर.
Thank you. We'll continue with this in the next class. Okay. I have to tell you that how this book profit can be computed, क्योंकि इस क्वेश्चन में तो बड़े इजीली दे दिया था, बट अब हमें कंप्यूट करना सीखना होगा बुक प्रॉफिट्स को.